Hello everyone, this is Isabel. I'm at Submarine Networks World 2025 in Singapore. And today I'm joined by the one and only Alpheus Mangale, is Group CEO of Seacom. Alpheus, welcome to my hot seat.
Isabel, thank you very much for having me here. Very exciting event here indeed.
So Seacom has been a pioneer in connectivity in Africa for a long time now. How have you evolved since your launch?
Yeah, actually, I mean, the journey of SEACOM started 16 years ago. I'm actually quite proud about being associated with SEACOM now at the helm of the organization. When we launched back in 2009, I would like to believe we changed the landscape of communication in Africa. We achieved what people thought we could never achieve then in 2009. We launched the first private submarine cable connecting the southern part of Africa and the eastern part of Africa to the world. That part of Africa was not connected at the time. And I think if you recall, if you go back many years, at that time, connectivity was very expensive. The only reliable connectivity options were satellite and very expensive at the time. When SEACOM launched at that time, we slashed price of connectivity by 300 times. And if you look back now, 16 years, we've literally driven the digital revolution of the continent. And we're quite proud of that.
You should be very proud. I think your achievements are amazing. So you're busy building bridges between subsea, terrestrial, and services. How is this critical for the African market?
Actually, I always say when you talk about Africa, you can't look at Africa as a single country. Africa is made up of 54 countries, right? Each of these countries have got their own sovereignty, they got their own state and all of that. So, and if you look over probably the last 10 or 15 years, including the time we launched our cable, there's been unprecedented amount of undersea cable infrastructure covering the whole continent. You got us, you got Peace Cable, you got 2Africa, you got Google with Equiano, and many other cables that have been surrounding the African continent. But what has not really taken shape at the same level of subsea capacity is how do you connect east to west, south to north, and also the terrestrial connectivity that connects everyone in Africa. So our work has been really not only on the subsea capacity, but how do we take the subsea capacity that lands at the CLS, which is the cable landing station, to the cities, the towns, and the main metros, so that you and I, as citizens of a specific country in Africa, can connect to the internet. And that's been really good. And a lot of our investment efforts are going into making sure that we build terrestrial networks. We're doing that in Nairobi, Uganda, South Africa, Mozambique, in all the countries that we operate in, either doing it ourselves by deploying fiber infrastructure, which we call the middle mile, taking subsea capacity from cable landing station to the cities, and then from the cities to the towns, from the towns to the homes. And we play a role in subsea, terrestrial, fiber infrastructure, and then we partner with other people to take that connectivity to everyone. The other part, which is very exciting, is you're finding in Africa there's a lot of satellites, the LEO-based satellites that are being rolled out. We get excited about that because actually satellites don't compete with subsea and terrestrial fiber providers. They are complementary to us. It bridges the last mile connectivity. And in fact, that satellite connectivity and the bandwidth that comes from the satellite, they need somebody to carry that connectivity into the community. So that's really exciting. We really partner very closely, exclusively with those players as well in the market.
You've achieved a lot already, but what can we expect from Seacom going forward?
Isabel, I'm very excited. In fact, this event here is a prestigious event for us. Earlier on today, I presented a very exciting, another trailblazing project. We termed the Seacom 2.0, which is the next evolution of Seacom 2.0. We're not only talking about Africa connectivity, we're talking about connecting the Indian Ocean Basin. The Indian Ocean Basin, think of it as the east coast of the African continent, the Middle East region, Mediterranean, and then the Asia and South Asia. Seacom 2.0 is aiming to connect that part of the world, which actually constitute about, I would argue, is 1/3 of the world population sits in that area. So we're going to be rolling out a new subsea cable, cutting edge technology, 48 fiber pairs, approximately 1.2 petabytes of connectivity capacity that we're going to be rolling out over the next 4 years. We're aiming for that project to be ready for service late 2029, beginning of 2030. We will be celebrating the launch of that. Very excited about that. Part of that project also include connective countries today that do not have any internet. There are parts of Africa, north of Africa, where we have countries that do not have any subsea capacity that being terminated in the countries. We are going to be connecting them to the internet, thereby enabling everybody to have access to this kind of, I call it the oxygen of life, which is connectivity. So super exciting, to be honest.
Exciting time for you and Seacom. I can't wait to see what the future brings for you guys. Thank you so much for a great interview.
Thank you very much, Isabel. Really great to have you here. Thank you.
Everyone, thank you for watching, and until my next hot shot.